All right, another podcast here, another Workki AI stuff going on.
Yeah. What's up with the social media? We've been doing a lot of social media
Yeah,
stuff recently during the past month, I guess.
yeah,
We've been doing a lot of YouTube videos, shorts, reels,
yeah,
TikToks, that shitty stuff.
yeah.
How is it going?
Well, so that I understand, like we're not much of a social media person here. Like we just started and we absolutely have no idea how to do this stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
We literally how this works. We throw things at the wall and see what sticks because that's how the only way it seems to work. But
Fantastic phrase. I love it.
yeah, but it seems like even if we have really good content, it's just how social media works. It still might not even push you out, even if it really good, if it's a really good content, but still, it's just algorithm might not recognize you. For instance, TikTok. I was
Yeah, brother.
yeah
Uh, TikTok pushing like OnlyFans girls, not you.
yeah exactly. I was
You might
quite,
want to transition and start OnlyFans for that.
yeah. I was like pushing like really good content. I think like educational stuff. Nope,
Mhm.
not even close.
Not no one gives a fuck about educational stuff.
Yeah, that's not what TikTok's for. I think
Yeah,
YouTube shorts are much better for that.
yeah, I guess
Yeah,
because on YouTube people like go there to watch something at least meaningful.
yeah.
While on TikTok it just
It's just girls dancing.
degrading.
Yeah, just trying on new TikTok filters,
Yeah, exactly.
weird songs, weird CapCut templates right now.
Yep.
Yeah,
So step by step, what we were doing during this month
yeah,
or so from the last podcast.
yeah. We just were filming YouTube videos, uh, reels, TikToks, and well, yeah, that's pretty much it. We've been just working, trying to get the company up and running, and that this month is gonna be probably for us the key because we're gonna secure the investing. So that's why that's how the things are going.
Probably not November, but
Not November, yeah, December.
December. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. But AI field is changing like real fast because we are an AI company.
How is it changing?
It's like completely. Well, you do one thing today, and tomorrow OpenAI releases something, or Google does something, or Microsoft, and then you have to think like, okay, how this is gonna affect our company? How is it gonna affect our products? Are we pivoting? Are we changing the customer segment and that kind of stuff? What do you think about the firings lately in OpenAI?
Well, firstly, honestly, I think that's the case for every industry, not just AI. When the giants can release one thing that will like crash all the
Mm,
startups, in general.
yeah.
Uh, well, when it comes to firings in OpenAI, yeah, it's pretty interesting to watch it because well, some action is happening here.
Yeah.
Firstly, Sam Altman was fired,
Then we brought
got
back.
to Microsoft. There is no reason for firing him,
As we know.
as we know. Yeah, and the board actually doesn't tell anyone because the uh, CEO that they were trying to let's say hire asked for written written
NDA, basically.
not NDA but written thing that basically tells why they fired the Altman,
Okay.
and they didn't give it.
All right.
So there are two options. What I see, the first one, Altman did something really bad that cannot be disclosed, or OpenAI will just be fucked. Or other option, Altman was doing something wrong that like the whole board didn't really like, and that's why they decided to fire him. Uh, but well, I personally, the second idea is close to me for now. But he got back to OpenAI in 2 days, I think,
Yeah, something like
something like that. Pretty interesting. OpenAI hit the world record of the fastest evaluation loss in the in the world.
yeah. Yeah, but doesn't it even scare you? Like we are founders, and how easy it is to just push the key founder of the company.
Yeah.
Like he was working for the company like for a decade or more, for like decade, more than a decade, and then that's it. You get voted out by a board, and the next thing you hear that you're being invited to a Google meeting, and you just get out of here, and you can't do nothing about it. And the same thing happened with Steve Jobs. And then 12 years later, he was brought back. He was like, I can't even imagine how it feels when they just kick you out of the company. Like, you brought these people to the board, you promised them shares, they got your money,
Exactly.
and then they just kick you out of your own company that you built on your own, basically.
Yeah, that's pretty sad
Yeah,
to realize.
yeah,
But,
and
but this can happen.
it's a common occurrence.
Yeah.
In Silicon Valley, especially. Like,
Well, I think sometimes it can work when people like many people when they're getting like their first big money go like a bit crazy, you know,
yeah, possible.
starting spending a lot of thing, buying stuff just like on a shopping spree or something, and of course that's not good for the company. Probably that can be the case when it's actually justified to fire one of the founders.
Yeah, that's
But
absolutely. But what about if you're like really build your company, you just have that vision, like Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing that. He just had vision,
different vision
vision.
from the board. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's very sad because well you can't really do anything about it.
yeah, that's the worst part.
This can't happen.
Yeah, and you can't
You,
really.
you can't really. Yeah, how would you know if even like when you're gathering all those people on the board,
Yeah,
you don't know what their decisions will be.
yeah,
They might have like the same viewpoints on something now, but that's not the guarantee that they will not change tomorrow.
yeah. And I mean, you can't even sue them if something like if you know, okay, they're wrong and they're kicking me out of the company. Okay, I can't do anything about it because then
Yeah,
I have to drag the company through the mud.
exactly, because there's even nothing to sue for because like if their decision is wrong, it's their decision. They're
Yeah.
not like it's how to call it. They have a right to decide
Yeah,
that thing.
absolutely. But it's just the business work.
Yeah.
It's just how it works.
Exactly.
Yeah, you join the game, and that's the game.
What about the new AI company, X AI,
Oh,
with their Grok?
I don't know. I honestly don't know because everyone is now joining the game. Like the big companies, the Amazon just released their AI, and Elon Musk is like catching up with his AI, and OpenAI got AI, Google got AI, Microsoft. Well, they're like OpenAI together.
Well, that's
But,
how it's
yeah.
supposed to be.
Yeah, it's like, well, that AI. I don't really know what's gonna be, even if it's gonna be much of a difference between those AIs, because well, and eventually there's also a problem if we're gonna run out of data that is useful to have an AI trade on.
Yeah, because actually there is no problem to find the data.
Mm-hmm.
There is a problem to filter it
Exactly.
because you just can't use all the data on the internet because there's so much bullshit and so much nonsense that
Yeah.
you just can't use it for AI training because
Yeah.
it will be just shit.
Yeah.
But what would you say about the idea of Elon Musk, uh, who wants to make Grok as an AI engineer
Mm-hmm.
that can follow the laws of physics, the the only true laws on the planet.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, what would you say about that?
I really like the idea of having an AI engineer. Like
Exactly, yeah.
it would be absolutely perfect because look, we are engineers and we have to create different models in different 3D softwares. We have to create the
Mhm.
analysis of different kind of fields and everything, and mechanical analysis and all that. And even if that engineer can only do calculations, that already is gonna be so much easier for an engineer to focus on more important things.
Exactly, but what do you think if the AI is gonna be a perfect engineer in, like, let's say 5 years?
Yeah.
Uh, wouldn't it cause like many real engineers, human engineers, to lose their job? And
I don't think I don't really think it's gonna happen because uh, the I believe being an engineer is the only guarantee that you will keep your job because it's such a key role that literally I believe engineers literally hold the society on. They move it forward with the inventions, with new kinds of because if an engineer uh, creates something that disrupts economy, well, again, they create this disruption. AI, engineers created, boom,
yeah,
massive disruptions in the economy.
exactly.
People losing jobs and people who get to keep their jobs get to work more productively.
Hmm.
And so yeah, that's why I believe engineers are are actually the one of those people who are gonna keep their jobs 100%. Well, of course, if they're good engineers, obviously.
Of course.
If it's like an engineering intern that only does calculations, well, why do I need them? I have an AI for that. Why do we need to pay? Who does it even better? No, no human-made errors, and that's another good thing to bring AI into engineering because hey, less human errors, bridges maybe won't collapse, buildings maybe will be better.
Yeah, the problem with people is that just can forget about something. They
Yeah,
can miss something.
yeah,
Um, that simple human errors can't happen.
yeah. In the end
Yeah,
of
I
the
agree with
days,
that.
in the end of the day, who builds AI, who builds robots, who builds those things?
But what if AI could build AI?
Yeah, there's some
So
AGI
so
thing.
that there is no more engineers needed to build an AI.
Yeah,
What if it can do it by itself? How would that actually influence the world?
if
No, it's not only the economy thing anymore.
yeah, th-
Just completely
that's a
different thing.
that's an existential question because if AI has has that uh, has that power to build another AI who can do whatever. And if we give the permission to AI to do that, then it's really hard to predict what's going to happen. If it's going to function on its own, then well, what is it going to be some movie Hollywood Skynet type of stuff? I, but I think we just need to control it better. But we're not gonna. I don't believe government or any type of company is gonna give clearance to those kind of AIs to actually have the power to do anything because they have a narrow intelligence to focus on a problem at hand. They have specific data to address the issue, and that's pretty much it. It's not like they're gonna create the AI that can rule us all. It can happen if we don't control it properly.
Yeah, you got a point. Actually, I agree with you. That's pretty important to control it, to make it work as we expect it to work,
Yeah,
not even not even want it. But yeah, okay.
yeah. But if it's not even the problem with AI because AI is a tool. AI is created by us. It's a tool. We just a trained machine to do something.
So it's not actually like general intelligence.
Yeah, but even if, okay, if it was a general intelligence that knows what's right and wrong, then it's already a
But
higher level.
like people may also know what is right or wrong.
Yeah,
but many people have
still do
like
wrong.
many people have like different opinions on that,
Also
because
true.
there is no one opinion on like uh, what's bad and what's good.
Absolutely.
Some people can like steal something from the shop and say, well, that's good because now I can feed my family with it,
Mm.
and the owner of the store can say that it's bad because like um, it's just a crime.
Yeah.
So uh, again, and this can be applied to any type of question that we have,
Yeah.
that we can have. We at least when it's good or bad, we have two opinions.
Hmm.
When it comes to like some reasoning things, we have infinite amount of them.
Yeah.
And so basically we can teach what is good or what is bad. We can teach what is safe.
It's so subjective because it's no longer like what's good and evil. It's more like protagonist and antagonist.
Yeah.
Because hey, it's bad for you, but it's good for me,
Mm-hmm.
and not even like in humanistic way. Like a lot of those good Hollywood movies are
Mm-hmm.
built on that kind of topic. It's not like simple Batman Joker type of stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, if we look, uh, like look at humans in general, for since the dawn of humanity, we've been treating like animals just as a source, simply as a source of food and materials, and we right now we don't even much care about that because a lot of practices in farms are still not much. Uh, I still really consider to be really cruel to animals.
Mm-hmm.
And even though the practices are still going away and still are going to be reinvented, but still in the most like even developing countries, uh, it's that cruelty to animals is still there. But okay, why then we do that? Because we are a higher form of life, because we got the soul. Animals don't have the soul according to biblists, according to Bibles and all religions. And but what if we're no longer the higher life form? What if there's an artificial intelligence that is smarter than us, more capable than us, and can wipe us out if it wants to? Then is it gonna treat us then like animals, like we do animals, or are we also gonna be treating AI like it's our tool, even though we're no longer the higher life form technically, because hey, AI is more intelligent. Like, what do
Well,
you think?
yeah, that's pretty interesting. And um, in those Hollywood movies, we can see basically two types of scenarios on this. The first one is that how the higher um, how the higher, let's say, intelligence um, behaves with animals, and it can be two ways. They either can wipe animals out because like just because they're cruel and just do it for fun, any reason. And the second one is that they can work on living with the animals in prosperity. I don't know, pet them, do whatever like they want. But it's anyway, it's not cruel. I don't think that AI will pet us because many people will not want it. Probably, most likely. And yeah, I forgot the question.
if if we're no longer the highest life form, are we uh, are we gonna be subject to be inferior species, and the AI being superior?
Well, AI is not something physical.
It's not
That's
physical, but what if it like
well, technically it's not physical.
it's not physical?
It's
Absolutely.
not an animal.
Yeah.
It's not species.
Yeah.
Uh, of some kind. So I think we're not the inferior, at least when it comes to species. Um, we can become inferior intelligence, but that's another story. I think we think a little bit different with what AI does. We truly do it differently. Mm. So there always will be some kind of a difference between us. And if we keep the control of the AI still, we're gonna be safe, I think. Because actually Elon Musk was talking with a long time ago with Google CEO, I believe it was.
Letter page.
Yep. And Larry Page was not wasn't directed towards creating a safe AI, but more into like just creating something.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why Elon Musk actually created OpenAI, because to research and create the safe AGI.
Yeah.
That is pretty important. I see Elon Musk as very like a person who is able to foresee many things and let's say predict.
Yeah, but just AI is that kind of always has been that kind of controversial topic, as it's always been a subject of debate of how it's gonna behave when it's created, because what AI has been around for many years in algorithms and in computers. It's just everywhere. Just
Yeah,
we didn't care about that. It's just now it has uh, impacted
many people.
many people on such a big scale
Hmm.
very quickly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it has impacted not just in the forms. I think that's probably because it was in a form of that in a form of a text. Because if uh, if it was in a form of like some numbers, if it was in a, I don't know, like engineering AI
Mm.
that's gonna provide you with some calculations, probably it wouldn't be so um, so disrupting, because well, text can be understood by anyone. It's not something like special.
Yeah.
But I think that was the actual key um, to creating that buzz around ChatGPT
Yeah.
at first.
But the thing is, the AI is only going to keep progressing. It's only going to keep getting better. Uh,
Hmm. Of course.
what if it's in 5 years I can just type in the ChatGPT, "Hey, build me a $1 million company," and boom, it just does it. It's just such a
It,
great power.
no, it wouldn't be able to do so
Well, yeah, I mean, right now,
because no, it wouldn't,
why?
because like the market works that way, that if anyone can type in something and create $1 million company, they will not be able to create $1 million company,
Also true.
because if everyone creates $1 million company, that is just doesn't make any sense. So just $1 million company will be harder to create, or probably easier. We don't know, because but it wouldn't be so easy, I think.
No, no. What if it just creates it? If it creates like a company can fill your term sheets for you, it can
Hmm.
build you an application or something. Um, that's constitutes the company. But well, you will still have to like, like you can create a company anytime, but you need to keep it.
Yeah, you have to work it.
You have to work
To
it out. Yeah,
yeah, you have to work a lot anyway.
yeah.
There will be no way that well you can do the same thing, I guess, right now.
Well, yeah.
uh, it can give you some ideas, but you will still will have to check them to validate the customer. uh, it can just create something. Well, it even can create you some kind of a small product. It can uh, get you through like some no code tools, or write some code for you. It actually learned how to run and write Python code,
Hmm.
but it's shit. I checked it. I needed to write some function in my application, and yeah, I was trying to say what I need for like 30 minutes, and it didn't get it. Like, again, AI is not ideal.
Yeah, it's just it's the thing about AI being being improved so fast because look, first we started creating text and ChatGPT created text, and then those kind of models were started used to be to for creation of image generation, and the first images were terrible. You wouldn't use them anywhere. But now there are actually companies that specialize in that. They can create hyper realistic images.
Yeah.
They can create the creative, nice logos for you. They can create videos for you even already. Avatars. Only what, like a year apart, and it's just it's really
Well,
scary to think about it.
it's not really a year, because they were working a lot on this
Yeah,
in the past already.
obviously, yeah, for decades, yeah, more.
Mm, So yeah, the adoption of AI is pretty fast.
Yeah.
Uh, what computers were adopted in like 20 something years. Internet was like 10 years. Smartphones were adopted like in 6 years. So AI probably going to be adopted in 3 years
Mhm.
if we see the trend here.
Yeah, it's just it's really scary how quickly it all works, and I mean, I believe that's where really the thing that we should really focus right now is just trying to control the AI, trying to safeguard it because it's already being misused by people.
How? But it's already controlled.
Well, yeah, there are policies and different GDPR for privacy of the data,
Yep.
uh, but is it gonna be enough for the future? Because it's hard to see, it's hard to know, it's hard to even think what the future might bring, especially with such a disruptive technology.
hmm
So I really don't know what's gonna happen, honestly.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
I don't know too.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing about having that kind of technology is if you don't control it, it's it's gonna completely change the balance in the world. Because look, uh, right now, war, like physical war, is not even the scariest thing because it's controlled. There's like countries are united. It's like it's not like World War II. One country starts. It's not gonna happen anymore, I believe.
Well, we hope.
Yeah, war across the whole world. Yeah, I hope it's not gonna happen. But how it just works is how the government can work. It's like the scariest thing if you just send a piece of code in some country to block out the full line of electricity in the whole country. In the day, the country will be ruined. So what? How can we even predict that, and how can we control that kind of that kind of technology? If right now that's how warfare can be reinvented, even.
Safe environment. Well, the AI is running. Let's say the the input is basically a, let's say, text. The output is text.
It's right now.
Exactly, but uh, it can be text. It can be basically anything. So in a form of a text, it can be numbers. It can be, well, numbers. Photos are also numbers. Everything is numbers. So zeros and ones, and as long as you, for example, it outputs the code. As long as you don't run it, nothing will happen.
Yes.
Or you for example, to send the codes somewhere, it should be able to send it. It should be able to make that request. It can't just happen like that. There should be an environment for those kind of things for an AI to do.
Yeah. But what I know for sure is that AI has to be regulated somehow.
Yeah, it's being regulated.
We just need to make sure once this keeps progressing, it's better regulated. Because hey, if it's out of hand, then again, it's hard to predict what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So coming back to the topic of building the startups.
Yep.
Because we are one. So
Power.
Yeah, it's been quite a journey already because we've been working a lot. How many hours do we work a day? Like 14 hours?
Yeah, most likely like that.
Yeah, we just now are sitting here non-stop codes and programs, everything that we have. And I just run the marketing and the selling and, well, the rest.
Yeah.
We just...
And also acts as my like assistant because he always reminds me of the meetings and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I just like...
Yeah, I'm like 10 minutes
in a tunnel.
Yeah, like 10 minutes before the meeting, I'm like, Arseny, are you coming? Like, here's the link to the Zoom.
Yeah, and I'm like, fuck, I forgot.
Yep. And we already started hiring people. Even we have interns coming up, and yeah,
some free labor.
Yeah. But yeah, it's really it's really nice how quickly we grow, really, because we already started bringing in more people.
Yeah.
And it's nice to have people around, because even though you can automate everything with AI these days, well, not everything, but still, you can create your AI employees. It's still nice to have people around. So
just to like have a conversation face to face, because like I'm working 14 hours a day and see no people at all. Like I'm going crazy sometimes. It just like...
And the same thing. Yeah, I just come to the office and then I go to the gym. Then I go
exactly.
home. And that's like, I think the whole concept of working remotely is changing, actually, because right now it's well, before, like in COVID, it was like praise, like yes, it's productive, yes, everyone wants to work remotely, but now actually I've been reading several like articles on how people are asked to come back to the office because, well,
what is the reason behind it?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like the mostly like the flexible work is better, obviously, because it's like productive employees. They can work whenever they want, but still they get the things done. And as an employer, you still can control that. But right now, it's still being done that way, so that people come back to the office at least for half of the week, or like 2 days. On 2 days of the week is still better, because, well, obviously people can work together and they can share things.
Absolutely. Like, people are social beings.
Yeah.
You know, it's very important to see people, to be in some kind of in society, not just by yourself alone at home, like writing code. It sucks.
Yeah.
That's what I do every day with no weekends.
And I mean, like these days, you can outsource pretty much anything. You can outsource marketing to agencies. You can outsource coding to someone overseas. You can, like, there are companies who make a living out of it. They just
Pakistani.
Yep. those countries like India, Philippines, Pakistan,
Exactly.
like those are
But
leaders in those outsourcing.
yeah, but um, for that you need money.
Yeah.
At least like to hire one person, you probably need like 2,000,
Well,
euro, 1,000 euro probably.
like very minimum if.
hmm to hire like from overseas
Hmm.
for a month.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Then yeah.
Maybe like um yeah, in India I guess it's gonna be like 1.5k probably a
Yeah.
month that you can hire like a decent developer. And actually, I think probably right now, uh, people from Ukraine and Russia and Belarus can have even like higher expertise in that and ask the same salary. That's another option
Yeah.
of how it can be done.
Yeah. But as an employer, I will still always choose for people to come in the office. It's better to delegate. It's just easier.
Yeah, especially at the start, I think it's crucial because you get to know the people
Yeah.
and you get to know like their personality, how they behave, what you can expect from them, that kind of stuff. It's very important
Yeah.
as an employer.
Like you can have as flexible job as you want. You can come in the office as often or as little as you want. But I still need to see you there. I still need to see that the work is being done, and that's just about the effective communication. How can I see that the work is being done the way I want it to be
hmm
done? And of course, for the employee, it's also better because the process of learning and of working is more
Yeah,
enjoyable.
exactly. Especially when you start, it's you can basically employee can ask whatever they want
Yep.
um, from you directly. There is no need to arrange a meeting, a Google meeting
Yep.
with you, ask whether you're free or not, and they can just walk into your office and ask.
Yep.
Not a problem, and that simplifies the connection
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah. The remote work is beneficial if it's, but it's not like a permanent solution. I
hmm
believe it shouldn't be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And moreover, I think that um, sometimes you need, especially like for me, that's the case. Sometimes I just need to change the way I live.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I change some of them my habits like every 3 months,
Yep.
and it somehow helps me like um helps me live. I don't know, just it works that way for me. And I personally found out that it would be so good if I could like work in an office, but then decided that like I wanna live for a month in like in France, let's say,
Yep.
in like in the mountains, but I'm still able to work. There's no need to fire me. That's bullshit.
Yep.
I can just do my stuff remotely, and like it will like help me getting like keeping myself like in place, giving myself happy and stuff. Um but there is no like negative outcomes for the employer
Yeah.
because I'm doing the job.
Yeah.
But at the start, yeah, office is the way to go.
And it's just gonna be you're gonna be just way more productive if you have that kind of changing environment. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you literally work where you eat and where you sleep, it's just you're not like there have been numerous studies done that you're just
Yeah,
simply not as
I
productive.
can tell the same like from my own experience.
Yeah.
It's bad. Even like um when I had a small like apartment, when I have had a shared apartment, it's been very hard to work because like you basically sleep work, I don't know, workout, like chatting with your friends at one in one room.
Yeah, exactly.
There is no way like a normal person can
Yeah,
do that effectively,
yeah,
because it's just like it disrupts the your like natural things.
yeah. But even if you work at home, but you have that kind of like small desk or like a special small room
Mm-hmm.
where you specifically go to work, and that is really, I think the book called Deep Work really outlined the concept very well because you just go there, you remove all distractions from the
Mm-hmm.
room because that's the special room where you just sit and work for hours, where you have unbreakable focus and you just work, and that's
Yeah,
the best way to deal with things right now, especially with those of with phones buzzing all the time with messages. It's the way to
exactly.
go with work.
I also like have one single desk in my apartment right now that is just for work. I don't eat there. I don't like watch series there. Nothing.
Yeah, that's a
Just work.
special table.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But speaking of the habits, because uh, I've always been working out, um, like mostly like every day, and I was changing like when the time. When sometimes in the morning, sometimes I was varying like in the evening. But right now, I really like working out in the middle of the day because when I
It keeps you productive.
yes,
It gives you like that pump
yes,
for the second half of the day.
exactly. It gives
Yeah.
me that time to reboost.
Mm-hmm.
I literally recharge
Exactly. Same
for
for
that
me.
hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I can go. Okay, now I sort of
You,
rested.
like your brain is resting.
Yes, exactly. The brain is
Yeah.
resting. Yeah, their body is still working.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're ready to.
Like when you type something
Yeah,
on your computer, body like doesn't really work,
exactly.
you know,
Yeah,
but the brain does, and you need a little bit of time to change that,
yeah,
vice versa.
yeah.
Yeah, that way you can really keep going.
Yeah, working out is really important
Mm-hmm.
because
Absolutely.
the other day, again, numerous studies done. Like people just live longer if they work out.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, you just you all you need to
And
do is just exercise.
I actually also believe that nutrition is the thing that you can keep an eye on,
Yep.
because like for example, like the same way numerous studies, um, if you if your intake of sugar is high, your focus is like
Yeah. Yeah.
it's really bad, because like maybe uh, you can like get yourself a little experiment. Um, one day in the middle of the day, um, like eat something, some pie or
Hmm.
something that is like really sweet, and then you're not gonna want to work.
Exactly. Yeah.
You
Your brain got what it wanted.
the sugar basically is carbohydrate, and when the body gets carbohydrates, it just like it gets the um, that fast power,
Hmm.
fast energy, and there is no need to work after that, so the body just chills, and the brain. That's why the sugar is also like very important to keep an eye on.
Yeah. And there's absolutely no nutrition value in sugar. It's just sugar. It's pretty much
It,
poison.
well, yeah, it just
Yeah. It's just there, just for you to little
yeah,
poison yourself.
and actually there is so many, like from fruits you can get like sugars from fruits, you can get sugars from vegetables.
But it's different kind of sugar, like
Yeah,
absolutely different.
yeah, it just like not no added sugars.
Yeah.
That is what like what is bad,
Yeah.
because you can like um, get yourself like a mango. It's gonna be sweet, it's gonna be cool, but like it's gonna be better than you drink a bottle of Coke or something.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think like in one can of Coke is like in enough sugars to completely supersede your minimum intake, maximum intake
Mm-hmm.
in the day.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's like I don't well I myself I eat sugar like once a month as a cheat meal sometimes when
Mm-hmm.
it could be like it's not even like pure sugar like something like candies or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I just like some pancakes or just some croissants, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, that's good.
yeah, it's like a cheat meal to just keep me going because
Mm-hmm.
it's
So
still important.
some kind of a present for yourself.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just like it's just like once in a while. Like you can absolutely have that. Like it's okay. But I was on that diet since I was I think in high school,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was did. But yeah, sugar is something we should primarily stay away from because the obesity is growing. So
Yeah.
it's crazy. What kind of habits do you have that really keep you productive, that really keep you going?
Hmm. Actually, for the last 3 weeks, I wasn't productive at all. I don't know why, but just like something influenced me in the way that I like the focus is not as good as it was like
Okay.
let's say 2 months ago. But what I really do is like I work out almost every day. I try to have like at least uh, 30 minutes, 40 minutes of walking every day, especially in the evening. In the evening, because it just like you need to have some fresh air and good diet.
Yeah.
That's the things.
I would say the
What
best
what is for what are those things for you?
uh pretty much same thing. Working out, reading, good diet, and that's it. Because um I believe that we should because look, we work 14 hours a day and we just stay in one place, look at the same screen, then we go home, maybe work out, eat something, and go to sleep. So that the next day starts everything the same. Because that's the thing you need to do if you want to build your company.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do the same thing
Of course.
consistently, working hard, so that sometime in the future it finally works out.
Mm-hmm.
That's why a lot of people give up because it's really hard to do one thing constantly. But if you have kind of like small things constantly changing, maybe once in a while you go go out and talk to someone, not necessarily to a club or anything, but like just having normal conversation. Because what we do, we just work and not talking to anyone, just pure work. Sometimes having meetings and all that. Yeah, that's good, but still,
No,
like
that's
just
that's that's actually really good that we have some meetings.
yeah, yeah. But it was about like having just a conversation about
Mm-hmm.
like whatever,
Yep.
not work related. Just like some small things to recharge you, so that you still keep going and you still stay productive for a prolonged period of time.
Yeah, great, great, fantastic. Um, what's your diet? What do you eat?
My diet for the
Like, do you eat like every day the same things, or it's differentiating somehow?
I eat primarily the same things for many years. In the
Yeah.
morning, I eat just a huge bowl of porridge,
Mm-hmm.
like oatmeal. And that's it for my breakfast. Just a huge bowl. Not I don't even add nothing. Sometimes I just add some nuts in there, and
Mm-hmm.
that's it. Then I have some lunch. Uh, it's the first lunch because I have several lunches. Because well, I wake up at 5 a.m. Breakfast, work, then first lunch. I just go to restaurant, but I take mostly rice and chicken.
Mm-hmm.
For the second lunch, pretty much the same thing. For the third lunch, and then I have some snacks, some protein shake, and some high protein stuff. And for dinner, I have about 400 grams of meat, and some more rice, salad, fruits. That's pretty much it. So
Hmm.
5 meals a day, rice,
Great.
meat.
You eat a lot.
I eat a lot, yeah, but it's like mostly like good carbohydrates, so
Hmm.
rice and a lot of meat and a lot of salad.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Good.
What about you?
Well, as you know, as I already said, I like to change my habits every 3 months. That's why, like recently, I've started eating less carbohydrates. Good, bad, doesn't matter. Eat more fats because that way the body like goes from like getting sugars from carbohydrates to getting sugars from the fats, and it's just another way of getting like energy. But it's pretty nice what happens when you uh, reduce the carbohydrates in your meals. Uh, a lot of focus, at least like um, when you're already used to it. When it's not the first days, because the first days of the uh, new diet is like you're like a bit crazy, because you just your body is not used to it.
Hmm.
But anyway, it's pretty nice. For now, I eat like um, the breakfast is a bunch of like uh, some lentils, some broccoli, maybe a couple of pieces of chicken. Um, Lunch is when I get it. Uh, Sometimes I eat like a steak, rice. Sometimes I eat steak with spaghetti or something. Uh, Sometimes it's like salmon steak. If I'm really lucky, it's tuna steak or something. That's pretty much it. And the dinner, I, I, I don't know. It's different from time to time. Maybe some fruits, some salad, something like that.
Yeah. But it's really good to instill those kind of habits that keep you going
Mm-hmm.
and keep you productive
Yeah,
because
it's something that you stick to, and it just like makes your day.
yeah, it just after some time it just becomes automated.
Mm-hmm.
It just becomes your new schedule, and then you look back and like it's you realize that that was a completely different way of living.
Absolutely.
And I noticed that habits, they keep progressing. Okay, you have some good habits, and then you realize, okay, actually this part of my lifestyle kind of sucks. I can bring even more habits, and then next thing you know, you have a bunch of really good habits. You have none of the bad habits,
Mm-hmm.
and your life is completely changing.
Yeah, of course.
It's just really interesting how brain works, really.
Yeah, it's and basically for everyone there are different things that work.
Yeah,
For me, it's like I'm changing my lifestyle every 3 months,
yeah.
and it just I don't know. It keeps me interested
Okay, yeah.
somehow. Um, I don't know why this happens, but I really find that, for example, my brother does the same thing. Probably it's like uh, something to deal with. I don't know, with how we were like grown up or something.
If you realize that you have those kind of habits, you realize that your lifestyle is changing, and you realize that you can no longer incorporate some of the people that you used to hang out with. That and you realize that you're no longer interested in that because now you have completely different
Yeah, exactly.
life.
That's what happens to me right now, because um I don't smoke anymore
Yeah.
for like I don't know 10 months already.
Okay.
Uh, I don't drink for I don't know, 7 months. Uh, I don't stay like until 2, 3 a.m. I try to go to sleep early. It's not always the case, of course, but like I still try. And of course, that actually poses some difficulties when it comes to, let's call it, social flexibility. When you can like hang out with someone, uh, like get a couple of drinks. Of course, that's when it comes to like social things. It's probably not so good to have really good habits and not to have bad ones. But in reality, um, why I think the life is how we live the life is by basically managing the probabilities. We can say like, well, we can say, but it's not true. Uh, Nothing can be like 100% happening or not happening. Um, when you go in, I don't know, when you're on the zebra on the road, uh, you look at the sides to see whether the cars are going or not. Two, it just to make the probability of you not dying a bit larger at that moment. And that's with every our action in life. And well, if you drink, you decide to um, higher the probability of dying. That just like that's true. Numerous studies, no need to talk about it. Smoking, same thing. Um, Also, sleep. Sleep is one of the most important things in life. It keeps you productive, keeps your energy levels, keeps your like hormones levels in place. Everything. It just sleep is the most important lifestyle thing. Well, you choose to stay during the night. Same thing. You're getting like your probability of dying higher. That's just math.
Yeah.
You like, yeah, just math.
When you have different habits, you start to have different lifestyle. When
Yeah.
you have different lifestyle, you start having different goals.
Mm-hmm.
And the next thing you know, you are a completely different person. You're focused on creating something, bringing value, and you realize that people that you know are no longer share that with you. So you start parting ways. You stop hanging out with them. You
Mm-hmm.
stop partying. In my case, I wake up at 5 a.m. Every morning and I start working immediately. Uh, and in the background, my Porsche is
Mm-hmm.
is on the stove, and it's and no and whenever I bring that up, when people just ask me like casual, like what do you do in the morning? I was like, I wake up at 5 a.m. and then start working. I was like, they're like, oh, what, really? Wow, you are crazy. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
It's just you don't do that, and that's why we don't have anything in common, because you go to work 9 to 5, then you do something, and you watch a movie, go hang out with friends, and I still work, and I go to sleep in late night, or whenever I can at like 10, so that I get full time sleep. And then you realize that, hey, your network is no longer matches who you are, and you need to build a new network, because you realize, hey, I want to build something out of myself. I started creating a network of people who are like me, like-minded people, and and then you just, because you can't build yourself, You can become successful and rich if your network is poor. It consists of poor people who
Of course.
just doesn't share share your values. Then they're no longer support you. Then they're basically dragging you down.
Of course, absolutely. Yeah, network is one of the most powerful things. It can influence you as a person a lot.
Exactly. It's the single easiest thing to do if you want to be successful and rich, and just start building network of people like that.
Yeah,
And
they
then
they will like they will push you
yeah, exactly.
or pull you.
Yeah. And then the next thing you know, well, boom, you're also like them. You start thinking like them. You start thinking in terms of making money.
Mhm.
Because again, numerous studies, it's in the evolution. You are basically the average of 5 people you hang out with.
Yeah,
So the first thing,
because the habits are like they're basically the same within one group of people.
yes. So the first thing, if you want to change something, change your habits, change yourself, and then change your network. Actually, better do it all together at one go.
Yeah, but I think if you change the network, your habits will like follow.
Also, yeah, true.
But if you change your habits and don't change your network,
It still might drag you down.
probably yeah, that also can happen.
Yeah.
Well, I think let's wrap it up.
Yeah, I guess we can start wrapping it up. We have a lot of things to take care of in terms of social media. We have to create a bunch of new videos. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for more videos coming up. Follow us on socials, and we'll be updating you on more videos in the future on basically how to build your own company. So what we want to do is create kind of like vlogs and just educational content of this things that we do and things that make us successful, so that you don't make same mistakes. Did you break it?
No, 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 I didn't.
Okay, good. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching our podcast. What we're gonna do now is wrap it up and gonna get back to work, really, because
Yeah, we have some kind of a conference right now.
yeah, we have to literally run to it.
Yeah,
So yeah, like we said, we work 14 hours a day nonstop, and now we just gotta keep on going. That's the thing that you gotta do if you wanna build something.
okay.
All right, but thanks a lot, guys. Thank you, Arseny. It's
Thank you, Sergey.
Yeah,
Thanks for everything.
yeah, yes, for everything. Yeah, we are the power team of Workki AI. See you
Power
on
team.
CTO here. But till the next time,
Best
see you
team in the
later.
world.
Best team in the world. Teamwork makes the dream work.
How it's said in our pitch deck: professional, effective, passionate, talented.
No, it wasn't something
I
else.
know.
Okay.